All right, thoughts and prayers that this camera stays angled up while I'm doing this. All right, so this is Jimmy. He came out with my pack yesterday, different set of dogs. Tuesday, Thursday tends to be my more sensitive pack of dogs. They're a little more submissive, they're a little weird. He's a very excited dog, so he's definitely going to bring a certain energy today. I'm just going to really take my time with the greeting. He definitely is like, was experiencing a lot of anxiety in the car today that we were working with, and makes sense that he's get out eating a little bit of grass. It's like his body needs a little something to alleviate the stress that he was feeling. So, anywho, I have 7 other dogs in there that I'm going to pull out and get it cracking. And so I only have, to break this pack down, there's only one dog here that's real wary of dogs and may correct him, and that's totally fine. He's not a dog that needs to be compatible with everyone, but the vast majority of the rest of my group are all pretty social, like meeting other dogs, enjoy that. What are you eating? Hey, who's this? So he has something that I don't want him to have. I'm going to put pressure until he opens his mouth. Holding, and it's out. No. I don't want to make it a valuable thing. I'm going to take it, but then I'm also going to claim it so that he understands, and I'm going to watch him. Nope. So all this, him going through the grass, trying to pick things up, definitely, again, moving a little bit of energy. I'm disagreeing with it. It's not like it's bad in general for him to be picking shit up, but I'm just noticing why he's doing it, when he's doing it, in relation to what he was just feeling in the car. And so immediately just creating a little bit of door space here. So I will say, the one dog that's weird in my group, I'm going to pull him out last so that he experiences the least amount of pressure meeting this dog. This dog might not even go up and greet him because he's checking out all the other dogs, but rather than pull out the weird one first, make him tolerate being with the social pressure for longer, I can just choose to do the order differently. And so when the dogs are coming out, I'm noticing how they're greeting. These guys already met. He wants to play. She's holding it down. So I'm going to watch this for a second to see how it plays out. Because she's already denying him. And so when she does that, that's a great moment for me to pull him out of there. If she has sat down, she's saying, I'm done with this greeting. I don't like the level of excitement that you're practicing. I'm actually not interested. So that's how I can advocate for her rather than waiting for her to correct him. I could let her correct him if I want him to start getting some corrections from balanced dogs, which she is. She is a dog that I would feel good about her giving information in that way to another dog. But this guy is being so playful, the way he's putting pressure on and holding and evoking a little bit of a challenge. Funnily enough, that's how she used to be when she was younger. So it's interesting to kind of watch the roles reverse as she's more mature in the pack now, right? Hey. So he can't play with her, so he starts going for the grass. No. And just disagreeing until I feel like he's back with me. Beautiful. It's not always eye contact. Sometimes it's feel. No. While I'm loading these dogs out too, none of these dogs are allowed to put pressure on the leash. So if they go around the door or off to the side, anytime they hit the end of the leash, I'm going to say something. So she's feeling avoidant, submissive. She doesn't want that. So that's when I pull him out of there. I can bring him closer to me so he can get some information. He's also not the most leash sensitive dog, so I definitely have to bring him to where I want him with some authority rather than eventually I want him to be much more sensitive. I could just feather touch the leash and he comes towards me. So there's a little bit of a lack of association with pressure for where he's at right now in my pack. This is only walk number 2. And you notice like the other dogs are not really engaging with him a whole lot. That's for a reason. They know what the general vibe is of what we're going to do here. Had another dog that was trying to cut the line. So the first two dogs he had already met. This is a new one. And Cleo's very soft, very submissive. But that all in the face with excitement is a no. And so I was just disagreeing with the way he was breathing. And see how like she's got a paw up. I don't know if it's in the camera view. No. There's a level of confrontation when the dog is coming in like that. And like, don't get me wrong, like playfulness can also be a confrontation. Playfulness is just the exchange of dominance. So when she's feeling submissive and saying no, and he's continuing to put pressure with the wrong dog, that's going to create a problem. My pack is not going to be one that's going to correct him real quickly in those moments. It's a great time that I can come in and offer a little support to the other dogs when they're like, this is clearly a no for me. And then like, once I've communicated that clearly enough, he's done with that greeting. I was just watching. Hey! So I actually said, you're done with that greeting. She already let you know she was done. I have to watch it play out, and I'm not, it's like, I'm deciding between when the dog is being sensitive, when they're being not. I'm layering in vocal pressure because eventually I want to just be able to say something and he moves or he yields or does what he needs to do. No, that communication is not quite 100% yet, so I have to layer it in many different ways. There's the leash, there's my voice, there's my presence in my space. There's like many different things that I can be doing with him to strengthen our connection, build the line of information, build a bond. Hey! So like right there, the greeting had ended. The sniffing was done, and then he was going into play. He has a very much like automatic association of, if I greet for long enough, then I get to go into play. And so I was just disagreeing with that. Remy's really cool. Remy does not mind at all his energy. And also now this dog is offering softer energy while Remy was coming up to greet. And so like, his inclination is to still want to play, and so he's still offering a little bit of that energy. He's kind of feeling it out. Remy's just like holding it down, doing his Remy thing. Getting another sniff now that his body's a little softer. Again, making sure at all times all these leashes have softness in them. Doing a more full greet here. And so I have some people coming up on the sidewalk. Hey! This is a great moment to just wait for a second. I don't need to keep loading dogs out while there's someone coming by, while there's more things happening. Plus, he gets really excited for people, so I might need to be addressing him. I don't want 50 different pressures going on at the same time. I'd rather take my time with him in this moment. Hey! Just chewing on some stuff. So, again, keeping him accountable. Nope.
Right.
If I set a standard, then I have to maintain that the entire time. It can't be like some moments he's allowed to chew things and other times he's not. It's like a little bit of alertness. Good morning. We're just doing a little training. It's like little alertness, but nothing crazy, you know, just engaging, curious. I'm going to watch him for a second because the energy of the pack just went up. So again, not just immediately taking another dog out just because the people pass by, taking a moment to see how it makes him feel. Every little thing that's going on is important right now before we've even walked. He's getting so much information about how to be, what my standard is. I was watching because he's, hey, going to chew on a little something. Gave it up. Cool. Great time to bring out another dog. Bring out Larry. He's another newer dog in my pack. You can see, hey, already like association of excitement. They like each other. That's fine. They can like each other. Coco wants to get out of there. No. But I also don't want her exploring a way to where it's going to create tension on the leash. So there's some sniffing. Hey, I can feel he has a very it's like the pattern is every time. So I have to be really accountable. Don't on the pattern right now. Anytime, because this is not playtime. We are not going to go play. I don't want him practicing that. There's nothing wrong with being social. No. Got a little something in his mouth. But it's like, again, I'm also not telling any of these dogs to chill out. This is the standard. This is what we do. If they want to sit or lay down, that's fine. If they want to move around and sniff softly, that's fine. As soon as they hit pressure on the end of the leash, nope. Then I'm going to give information down the line every time. This is building the expectation for the walk. So many people, they get there and they're either doing some weird stuff where their doors are all open and the dogs are all in the car anticipating getting out but not allowed to get out. It's very confusing and unclear. It's like, oh, my dog is practicing sit-stay with all the doors open, which like is fine, but also like doesn't send a real clear message. Bring the dogs out, tell them how to be, show them what's expected. Do the things that's going to set you up for success before you've even started moving. If I don't have this before I'm even moving, our walk's not going to be great. And it literally takes like 10 to 15 minutes extra of time, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It means that the sensitivity is already there when the triggers come up. Got Piggly coming out. She's pretty sensitive. So it's like she's backing away. He's continuing to move forward. Don't! Because she's allowed to not like him. She's allowed to not want to complete the greeting right now. That's totally fine. I don't need them to be besties. No. It's good for Jimmy to have dogs that don't like him, especially as a young dog. He's under a year. There should be dogs that say, this is a no, it's never going to be a yes, stay away from me, and that he knows how to respond appropriately in those moments, you know? Not choosing to put himself in danger when he could be choosing to move away. Learning respectful communication between the dogs, learning how to yield, learning how to move away from pressure, not into it. And so this is the last dog who's like a little weird. And so he comes out, again, not holding it back. A little bit of avoidance, and so I bring Jimmy back. And that's it. That's it. They'll sniff later. And again, he's not bad or wrong for wanting to sniff, but I already know that dog feels a certain way about breeding. So he doesn't need the pressure of an excited 11-month-old golden retriever. That's not going to be his compatible match. And if I force him to acceptance, then he loses trust in me because he's like, you don't honor who I am. Too much excitement here. I don't care if he sits or not. I'm holding tension on the leash for a moment, softly, until he's more relaxed and engaged with me again. And so like that's all the layering that I'm doing before the walk even starts. It's worth the time. Like Larry's, I don't know if you can see, putting a little pressure on Moose here. He's getting a little sniff. He's had enough. No. Just letting Larry know. That's that. Thank you very much. All right. And so now going from here, we're going to go out on our walk, do our thing for the day. But this practice is honestly the most important part. The car, getting out of it, all of this stuff, creating the tone for what's going on before you've even started walking is how it needs to be done. No.